Oh yeah, QuiteGoneJin here. Just telling game trailers and the cast of game trailers, we're gonna miss you. GameTrailers.com is 13 years old, or was, as it shut down very recently. And it started as a place for me to see game release dates way back in the day before YouTube. Yeah, it predated YouTube by 3 years. And before there were any real popular avenues for me to see when a game was coming out. Now, this is important for me because back then I worked in a computer store, and although I was selling computers, really what I was doing was hovering around the game section, just wondering and looking at games and wanting to know how good they were, and judging by just the box, I couldn't really tell much. So I would watch the trailers on GameTrailers.com, and then reviews started to come out and it did that for me as well. And now, sadly, after 13 years, it's being shut down by its funders. I understand and respect the reason for it being shut down, but I just thought that it would be a nice farewell to let everybody at Game Trailers know that we appreciate them. So if you're like me and you paid a lot of attention to that website over the years, now is the time to reflect back on what they've done for you. We can look back on Brandon Jones and his wonderful melodious voice as he narrated most of the trailers, and we can forget about the fact that they are often competing with a much smaller budget channels out there, like YouTube channels, you know, people like Angry Joe, or just anyone who's really popular on YouTube that reviews video games, because video game journalism is what GT started with, and they didn't really change a lot. Yes, GameTrailers.com started a long time ago, and yes, they sort of felt like a website magazine, a blog, if you want to call it that, that dealt strictly with release dates, trailers, and that's it. But they did evolve a little bit over the years into some pretty cool shows that I used to like to watch. And then I realized just now, after I was looking back at the fact that they're gone, that these shows don't exist anymore, or that they've moved on to other websites. And this kind of reminds me of other franchises, like in the movie industry, Blockbuster, where they probably didn't evolve enough or change enough. Now, that being said, I'm not saying that, like Blockbuster, Game Trailers delivered an inferior product. Far from it. Their video game journalism was badass, and I found that all of the crew there, their critics and their writers and their podcasters and their journalists, were probably the only video game trailer analyzers and reviewers that I felt were unbiased, that I couldn't clearly see money being thrown into their pocket when they were doing trailers for video games. And it just, maybe that's just me, but it just felt very honest in their delivery, and that's why I stuck with them for so long. I do, however, think things like Screw Attack and Angry Video Game Nerd could have helped their website evolve more so, and that's what I mean by possibly not moving forward with if they wanted to keep a large crew and a large budget, moving forward with stuff that was a little bit higher production value than video game journalism that someone like a well-paid YouTuber couldn't do on his own. So I just wanted to say, you know, a small criticism. The reason why I honestly think that if they focused more on like some small mini-series or other added content, that they could have stuck around a little longer. But that being said, I do believe that all of the cast at GameTrailers.com are extremely well liked. They have high integrity and lots of talent. And if they do decide that they want to stick with the video game journalism world, they could easily find their place in something just a little bit different, something maybe a little bit more serialized. So anyway, this is just me, QuiteGoneJin, wanting to recognize people like Michael Pachter and his financial eye on games, or Brandon Jones and his voiceover work contribution, the amazing critics like Daniel Bloodworth and their amazing reviews, and after a while, GT was a place for me to see more than just reviews and trailers, but to see these people, and I hope that they keep their personalities in the public, because I think they will be very much missed. But if they don't, I'm sure I understand and respect whatever they want to do with their lives. Of course, just want to let them know that we will miss you guys. So to all the people at GameTrailers.com, thank you so much. Good luck. You pioneered video game journalism. You brought it to the forefront when there was no one else. And I really wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors in the future. This is QuiteGoneJin saying thank you so much. Have yourself a great day and a great everything. Take care, GT. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening, guys. On the left, top 10 League of Legends entertainers, aka streamers, and on the right, a guide to becoming a successful gaming YouTuber. Have a great day. Bye-bye.